Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back to our show. I'm your host, John Harcar, and I'm here today with Brittany Winner. And what we're going to talk about with Brittany is, kind of besides her experience and her journey in business, we're going to talk about, how she really helps business owners strategically build your credit, right? Great topic. You remember, guys, here at Investor Fuel, we help real estate investors, service providers, really all real estate entrepreneurs 2 to 5x their business. We do it by providing the tools and resources to help grow that business you want to grow, which, helps live the life you want to live. Brittany, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you on here. I think a lot of people don't put the attention on building their business credit as they should, maybe take too many personal liabilities. But before we talk about all that kind of stuff, tell our audience about you, your background, how you got into to this business, and, kind of what brought you to today.
Of course. So I was born and raised in Boston, Massachusetts. I got the opportunity. I went to Northeastern, studied biology, worked my way through college via restaurants, and was presented a really great opportunity in my 20s to own and operate a couple dive bars. So I jumped on that opportunity. Of course, biology and restaurant managing was not hand in hand, but it was my path, right? And so my husband and I met in 2016, got married in 2019, and we bought our first house about a week before our wedding. So wow. I was owner operator of those restaurants. We kind of got general managers to manage them, so my time was a little bit freed up. Became the food service director at Boston University. That was my 9 to 5. So, and my husband's a firefighter, so I had to compensate for his lack of income. And so when COVID hit, we found out we were pregnant with our first son, Brody. Actually, he's right there. Awesome. Who was born October 10th, 2020, right in the thick of COVID. In September, I was furloughed from BU's campus, and I had to liquidate the restaurants. And because I was signing for everything, it came to my attention that I still owed the bank $160K, and they wouldn't leave me alone until I paid that. So we sold our house in Boston. So instead of getting a check for $162,000, I got a check for $2 million. And we decided at that time, hey, you know what? Memphis is mass hiring right now. They're offering double the salary. We'll move down to Memphis, Tennessee, because we don't have any money. Cost of living's better. I'd be able to stay home with Brody. And I was going to be a stay-at-home mom for about 6 months, and maybe 3 weeks into it, I knew it wasn't for me. So I
why not?
I know, right? So I went out and I found a company that claimed to help people not personally guarantee and build credit on the EIN, and I haven't looked back since.
That's awesome. If you've ever watched any of my podcasts, I like to go backwards. I think there's always value in journeys. So you're studying biology. What prompted you to buy 3 bars? You said 3 bars, right?
Correct.
3 dive bars in Boston. Is that what you were? Boston?
Correct.
What prompted that?
There was a regular at one of the bars that I worked at on the weekends.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
He was a trust fund baby for Ken Steakhouse. And he just had a really great opportunity where I could be 30% owner, and it was great money. And it, you know, in your 20s, it's kind of cool to be running a bar and staying up till 2 a.m. and learning all of that. And I had to learn a lot in business too. My first day, they fired their CPA, so I had to learn how to do the books. I had to learn inventory. I had to get them out of debt. So it was a really great learning experience on the business side. But it was also a lot of fun.
Okay, yeah, that background noise, like it's difficult to hear a little bit. Okay, so when you were running these bars, how long did you run the bars for?
6-7 years.
Okay. What were some of the like struggles you had when you started in that business?
Well, when I first married that person, you know, went into business with them, they were about $265,000 in debt. So my biggest hurdle was making sure that everything was organized, making sure that the liquor wasn't going to the bartenders, right?
Okay.
Tightening up there. Again, this gentleman was a trust fund baby, so it was more of his play toy as opposed to running a business. And then, you know, purchase the sale of the buildings we wanted to get done, so we weren't spending money on rent and things of that nature. So it was more or less reconstructing the business. These were dive bars. We wanted it to be more family oriented. So just getting systems and operations in place, to support that. When we did liquidate, we were in the green, $165K. I just didn't know where the trust fund baby went to get that money.
Got it. Okay. All right. So you did this for a while. So let's talk about kind of what you're doing now. I mean, what prompted you to help people better their business credit?
I really just don't want anyone to ever go through what I went through. I was very much so blindsided when they spoke of a personal guarantee and the banks came after me. I had no idea what they were talking about. How could me, a 30% owner, be responsible for the whole amount? Right. And so I dove deeper into that and then found a product that was, you know, people were charging between $3,000 and $10,000 for this product to help them build corporate credit. And I said to myself, how is Main Street ever going to survive and expand and grow if they have to spend $3,000 to do this or $10,000 to do that? So I educated people on what that means and how to do it. And now I'm able to help people at a very low cost.
Okay. So how did you learn how to do it?
Well, I started a shelf corporation back in 2021, and I built corporate credit on that with no expenses, no income, no money sifting through there, anything of that nature. I made mistakes. It took me a lot longer to do than I can get people to do now, but I tested everything. What I found in that research was 95% of financial institutions don't report the positive payment history. They only report the negative when you default or you're late. So I found that 5% and I put them into a platform where you can actually see which business credit bureau they report to and their underwriting criteria. So let's say my credit score has been shot because I just purchased a commercial property. And it goes under 680, and the underwriting criteria for that is that your credit score needs to be 680. You're not going to apply. So there's no increase. It saves a lot of time and frustration for the business owner.
Okay. That's interesting. So all this kind of, I guess, spawned off from the selling of those other businesses or what you owed from the other businesses personally?
Correct.
Okay. So what are you seeing as, you know, okay, I'm an entrepreneur, right? I'm starting a real estate business, right? Hypothetically, right? So I go out there and I want to try to get some credit to buy houses, but I don't have any business credit. What do I do?
Well, it depends on your investment, right? So you could go out there and talk to me about a shelf corporation. You could also look at a commodity like data placement, purchase that data and place it and backdate it on a corporation, which would qualify you for 500,000, 750,000 in 90 days.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And that method is it's quick, but it's expensive, right?
Now, when you say expensive, what does expensive mean?
25, 30K.
Okay.
Which
so you're
is
paying
cheaper.
to get good. You're basically just buying good credit.
Correct. Or you could organically grow it over the course of 9 to 12 months using your personal expenses, right? Which is what I did with my shelf corporation, which down the line, right now it owns my minivan because now we have 3 kids. It owns my minivan and I rent it from my own corporation. So again, husband's a firefighter. If the pit bull that he just brought home off the street bites the postman, I don't own anything. They can only take the shirt off my back.
Yeah, that's interesting. So how do you find your clients, or do you work with a specific client? Do you work with any industry?
I enjoy working with people in the trades and real estate investors because I can do a lot with them. I can help them structure. I can show them the good, bad, or indifferent, and they're making educated decisions so they appreciate it more. But we can work with any business owner, anyone from pre-seed to when they're trying to sell their corporation. We can do a valuation for them, help grow that valuation so they can get the most out of it.
Okay. And then when you say we, what does your team look like? Is one of your team members the person in the background with the vacuum?
No, those are my cleaners.
Oh, those are cleaners.
That's why I'm not in my office.
Okay.
We have a team. So we have multiple corporations, right? We can coach business owners. We can help them build corporate credit. We can sell them shelf corporations. We can even help them get out of debt in 7 years as opposed to 30 years. So it's more of a conversation. I always, when I sit down with a business owner, it's where are you at and what do you want to be when you grow up? And these are not just goals of things that you have to do. This is, what are your dreams? Let's make those dreams goals. And now let's create a roadmap on how to get there.
Got it. I love it. What are some of the mistakes you're seeing people make, right? When people come to you, maybe they've already made those mistakes. I don't know. But what are you seeing as some of the main mistakes people are making when they're trying to, build their credit, get business credit, et cetera?
Thinking they're too small.
How do you mean?
You get the real estate investor that their goal is to get 3 properties this year, right? Why is it 3? Why do you choose that number? Oh, because I can survive off of that income. Okay. What would give you enough confidence to sleep well at night and not worry about bills? What would allow you to purchase your vacation home in the Cape, right? I'm from Boston, so it would be the Cape for me.
Right.
And how can we get you there? It's about creating wealth, right? We don't want to. It's not just about paying your bills or making sure your kids are fed or making sure you have an emergency fund. It's how do you make your money work as hard as you do?
Yeah. I love that. What do you see? Are you seeing any trends in the business credit law area or, this topic? Like, are you seeing anything that might be coming down the pipe that we should be aware of, looking out for?
Yes. Banks are tightening up. And I always tell people, get money when you don't need it, because when you need it, you won't be able to get it.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think they're tightening up?
Just the economy. People are scared to spend money right now with politics and things of that nature. It will calm down. So a year ago, I could probably access 50 banks that would not give a personal guarantee. Well, those banks are now asking for they're asking for the fingerprint, right? But if I can layer my assets to collateralize, it removes me from the situation and everything is in my corporations.
Okay, so is it asset protection also that you do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We deal with,
and that was going to be. I was going to say, tell us a little bit more about kind of your business and all the services you do provide.
Basically, we're a one-stop shop. So if they need something, we have a platform that business owners can sign up for. It's only $100 a month, but it takes care of LegalZoom. It helps them build their corporate credit, takes care of Canva. They can store all their business documents in a vault in there. And
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
as they move through that journey, the platform sees what they're doing and then can say, okay, now you're ready for this. All right, let's get vehicle financing, equipment financing, real estate financing. Now you're prepared. It also reveals something that's called their SBSS score, which is a mixture between their FICO score and their business credit score. So they know what they qualify for.
Okay. Is there like a qualification that someone has to have, like a certain length in business? They have to have, done whatever. Like, is there something they have to qualify for to be able to work with you guys, to be able to get help?
They have to have $100 a month, and they have to be coachable.
All right. So simple as that. Easy peasy. What do you think makes you guys stand out, more than, another credit coach?
So think about a junk drawer, right? Everyone has their junk drawer. And they have all these tools in that junk drawer, but the right hand is ever speaking to the left hand. We're kind of the one-stop shop that can organize that junk drawer, and you know exactly if you're peeling a potato, this is the peeler that you should use. If you're
right.
and it's not about all of our services, it's about what do you actually need. So our goal is to always be doing the right thing for the client, right? If I only have a screwdriver, I'm always going to be selling a screwdriver. You can use
right.
it, pump a hole here, you can use it for this, you can use it for that. But it doesn't necessarily make sense for what my goals are. Whereas we have all of these different services, so I can truthfully say to a business owner, okay, this is the avenue you need to go down. You need to go talk to this person.
Yeah. Okay. Do you work with a lot of real estate investors? I mean, how much of your business do you think is real estate?
Probably about 60%.
Oh, wow. Okay. Why do you think it's higher than a lot of the other stuff?
I'm sorry, say that again?
So why do you think you're having more people with real estate than maybe some other things?
In all honesty, because I went to a conference about 3 years back that had about 125 real estate investors in there, grew relationships with them, helped them build corporate credit, and then it just became word of mouth.
That's awesome. That's the best business, best people, word of mouth. If we have people on here that are listening and they want to build their credit, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Call me.
How do they do that?
My number is 508-380-4771, and that's my personal cell.
Perfect. And then I think I have your email here, bwinner@tjcorporatecredit.com.
Correct.
Okay. And I have your LinkedIn here as well. So we'll put all that stuff in the show notes. Guys, reach out, man. Get your business credit better. It'll help you in the long run. I promise you that.
For the conversation, that's for sure.
It is. And every good business owner at least enjoys or takes advantage of a conversation. So, Brittany, thank you so much for your time, all the information, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.